And you're live. Okay guys, I'm in a stealth mode here as the title says, and my goal is to get any kind of footage I can of the ultra rare Tachysurus Trilineatus, also known as the Chinese Highway Catfish. And I have 3 of these guys, 2 of which I got from Dan recently, and a third that he included as a Christmas bonus. Hey Dan. So, I rarely see these fish, and I really do have them. Hey Trinity, really do have them, and I mentioned in a, hey Craig, a recent tour of about half of my tanks that these guys like to come out at night and bother the plecos. Hey Gary. Hopefully this live stream won't end up in YouTube live stream hell and buffer for hours afterward, but we shall see. At any rate, this one particular catfish has a routine. You can see something, it's an albino bristlenose, regular fin. It's a male, and it likes to hang out in that little pot there. I guess that's like a 3.5 inch pot, however they come. It's got some little capped soil. Eating, watching. Thanks Gary. It's never fails to be entertaining, monotonous sometimes, but always fun. Hey TJ. At any rate, the stage is set, and we're actually already looking at the highway cat. That's how well it's able to camouflage itself. As I said, the pleco's on the right. I've got 3 little puffers, pea puffers in here as well, and they like to hang out in this plant too. But the one catfish loves to come out at night, if I can do this without scaring it, and when the light goes out it likes to give that pleco hell, literally. And if you look at the snail, the ram's horn snail on the edge there that the puffer's eyeing. Hey Candy, I'm trying to get a stealth mode shot of one of these rare catfish I got from Dan. So rare that I never see them, but this guy has a habit of coming out just before lights out. This is the only tank that the lights are still on in the room, and the room's dark. See the little stripes moving just above the snail there in the pot? Hey Brandon, welcome. That is a highway catfish. You see him, Dan? I saw your video where you were moving fish out of quarantine that are halfway through the process, and that you found a couple you didn't know you have, and the other 2 are in here. I haven't found any remains. So hey Scott, welcome. Yeah, I saw that. That was some bad luck there. But the catfish is there, and this one does this. You found 4. Wow, I know, right? Oh, see that guy's moving now. Look at it. There he goes. Did he go all the way out, or is he still? He's still in there. What he's trying to do is make the pleco move. See him squirming around down under there? And he does this every night, you know, and they're literally head to head there. He's trying to make the pleco move. We're seeing his back end. And they're called highway cats because they look like a highway with a line down the middle and 2 lines on the side, literally. They're beautiful little cats. They get about 3 inches long. I was just reading about them before I got on here. There comes another little pleco. Most catfish are, and these guys definitely are. I just got them right before Christmas. I've got a lot of my cats that are normally nocturnal coming out to eat now. But yes, you're right, TJ. Most catfish are nocturnal and you don't see them a lot. But I was hoping, since I knew he was in there, and he won't give up till he moves that pleco out of there. And this is the only time of day that I see this particular one, and he just appears in the pot. I suspect he comes from the wood down there, where some of the other plecos hang out. And there's some Synodontis cats in here, a couple of varieties of those. So, and some of those are nocturnal and some are not. Hey Deela, glad to see you out and posting and in streams again. Glad you were just taking a break, enjoying being out of school. So I think that may be all we see, unless this guy gets busy here and tries to go ahead and get the pleco out of there. I don't think they've seen me. You guys hear that tapping in the background? Hey Jeremy. That tapping noise, it's one of my dogs tapping around on the hard floor. Their nails tapping around, but you guys probably figured that out. I was listening to one of my videos of this room, a tour of the room I did a couple days ago, and it sounded like I was tapping my fingers throughout the whole video or something. It was one of the dogs following me. Okay, there comes the puffer back around. Okay, well, the only thing I could do is maybe tap on the glass or something and scare the little catfish, but you could actually Google them. There's not a lot out there about them. Dan has some good pictures of them, and he does have some for sale for more than he knew he had. So, but I noticed you did have those on sale as well, Dan. I don't actually know the difference in the bushy nose and the bristle nose. I had not heard the bushy nose. There's what it's got. So what does that look like? I thought they were just breeder terms, but I'd never heard bushy nose. Hey Tom, awesome video you have up today. Gene Kelly video. He was awesome, wasn't he? If no one's ever seen Gene Kelly and you like dancing, right up there with Fred Astaire. Yep, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what I bought it as. But I don't know. Oh, okay. I don't know. Tom, do you know, is there a difference between, I don't know if you keep any bristlenose Toms or not. But I don't think there's a difference in bristlenose and bushy nose. I think it's just a breeder. That snail hasn't moved at all, has it? That's one of Haley's snails. I'm wondering if one of those little puffers has snipped it. There are a bunch of them in here, and I guess they do bother them some. Okay. Thanks, Jeremy. Well, duh, I could have asked you as well. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it. So, I don't think we're going to see any more movement out of that cat. There we go. Okay, it's on the move again. And they've grown a fair amount, Dan. You might be able to see. They're probably 40 to 50% bigger than when I got them in. What he's doing is trying to harass that pleco or pleco out of the way, and that's just a rock in the middle there. I had to take a closer look to see what that was. This is hard on an old man's back, let me tell you. And if I had that gimbal everybody's wanting me to get, I'm resting on the doorknob, the doors here, so that helps. Dan, I'm going to have to get with you. Do the Highway Cats still have the golden black band, or did it fade to tan? They're still golden. The lighting and probably this cheap camera. Well, it's a iPhone, but yeah, I see what you're saying. No, they're still golden, but when I look through the camera, it's a totally different. It's darker. They're about the color of that pot. The pot, of course, is terracotta, but through here, to me, it's looking like it's bleached out, but it's not. So, yeah, they're still golden. They haven't faded at all, and they have bright yellow stripes on them. If anything, they're more colorful, Dan, than they were. But you had a stone in the pit of your stomach the other day, Dan, so this is what we have a room full of people. We'll tell people I need to tell you that I lost one of my beta rubras. Nothing wrong with the fish, but I left the top off a couple of days ago and it jumped, so I'm just sick about it. Just sick about it. So, I know, Candy, because I really want to breed those out. And I think it was the female that jumped, but I can't tell for sure. I was being so careful with them, and I just didn't get the top back on quick enough. I actually have them in with those blue, Hawaiian blue Moscow guppies that are almost adults now. I have them in there, so. Well, I'll get with you because I'm going to be getting. Thanks, Gary's. When the rainbows get sorted out, and of course the longfin pileated catfish, I'll be hoping to have a package coming from there to here. So, hey, Victor, welcome. Good to see you. And we can sort it out then, I guess. But I've got to figure out what I've got, a male or a female, or just get another pair and have an odd man or woman out. I've been putting off contacting you about it, but I definitely want to breed those out. Alright, guys. I won't bore you guys any longer with this. I was hoping that... Thanks, TJ. Thanks for watching while you were eating. Awesome. Yeah, it's just kind of hanging out there. As I said, they like to hang out in the wood, and I do have one pleco or pleco cave in here, so and I have picked that cave up several times to see if they were in there, and only one time right after I got them did I find one in there. So that's a little too obvious for them. That they are more creative, as you see, as evidenced by that pot. Poor Cranum struggling along. No, basically at night, by the time I get around, Dan, I don't really stay long enough to watch, and by the time I get around, and I've been given more attention lately to the water tank, so they may come out in the morning when I feed, don't know, But I've noticed just before I turn the lights off that that guy's in that pot and does it always, and makes that plico get out. And what happens after that, I don't know. I don't know. But where the other two are is anybody's guess. But I have been able to find all three of them by looking and looking and looking. I mean, tearing the tank apart, but they're rarely. I'm about to have a massive, well, I do have a massive fry, several drops from these lyre tail orange mollies back there. Trinity, there's some of the mollies that we picked up in Knoxville recently. The gold dust. So, finally some that there are highway cats here. At least one. I'm trying to get my nerve up to get some of the big sailfin mollies from name went right out of my head. Thanks, Gary's. Greg Sage. But he tells you in the vid on them that he put out a few months ago that they are hard to keep and their water parameters are particular, so I think I've got enough projects going on right now. I'm about to breed those Hawaiian blue Moscow guppies, and gonna try to breed the 10 winnies. Also found some more of those, Dan. Got those up at the Knoxville Aquarium, and have added them to the original two groups. Well, first group, and then the one odd one I got from you. So should have a good mix there of genetic pool. Trinity, that's my original koi that I kept bragging about how they are. And see, there's the original one to the right, and that's the little one that you found. He was helping me look for little female kois, and I was telling him how much I enjoyed this one, how pretty she was, and I couldn't find one I liked as well, but he found one that's very similar to her, but I still like my original one a little better. So there's the new one. Alright guys, as I said, the other tanks are off, so I'll go ahead and get out of here. My gosh, it's already been 18 minutes, and if anybody's still awake, thanks for watching, and give a like if you like the video. If you'd like to subscribe. Thank you, Candy, and good night, everybody. Appreciate you. Let's hope this stream ends. Later.